Hi students, let us discuss in this class array in C programming. So we are going to discuss about understanding array, the array declaration, array initialization and array memory representation. First discuss about what is an array. An array is a collection of elements of similar data type. All the elements are stored in adjacent memory locations or continuous memory locations. Arrays are mainly used to overcome the limitation of ordinary variable. An ordinary variable can store only one value at a time. To store multiple values, we are going to use arrays. Okay. So array is a collection of similar element. For example, I am writing int a of 5. So now I need to declare arrays only. Sorry, integer values only. So this is a 5. Okay, na? So I'll discuss this syntax and everything later, but it's just understanding. So this is an array. A is an array which can store 5 values. Okay, na? So in order to represent values, so we need to use curly brackets. Okay, na? So arrays are mainly used to overcome the limitation of ordinary variable. For example, I would like to declare 5 variables in or by using ordinary variables. I am writing int a equal to 5, int b equal to 10, right? Int c equal to 20, int d equal to 40, int e equal to 50. So here 5 times I need to declare the variables. 5 variables I need to declare. So instead of declaring multiple times, and so we are going to use a single ordinary variable. So by using integer, by using array, we can declare these 5 values to the single variable only. Okay, that we will discuss. Now, in order to store multiple values, we are going to use the arrays. Why do we need arrays? Ordinary variables can store only one value at a time. Array helps to store multiple values under one variable name. So advantages of an array. So efficient data storage is easier access and modification of using the loops, improved readability and organization. Let me discuss with the help of example. Now, how you declare array? So, what is an array? Array is a group of similar elements. Now, how you are going to declare an array? So, array we can declare array by using the syntax data type array name. Okay, now for example, int is a data type. Array name is I am writing a and size is 5. We should mention the size. Okay, now terminate by the semicolon. So, data type array name. So, how you recognize array? For example, you are writing int a. This is an ordinary variable, but int a of 5. So the square brackets indicates an array and which has to store integer values only 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50 like this. Okay, now okay, right. So data type and array name and size we must mention. Okay, na? So different types of arrays are integer array, float array and character array. So syntax already we discussed, and so for integer numbers, integer data type. Numbers are the variable name and which can store 10 values. Float is the data type. Prices are the array name. Character is a data type. Name is the array name. Okay. Index start from 0 up to size minus 1. For example, I am writing int a of 5. Okay. Now, so here I am writing 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. So total how many? 2, 4, 5. Yes. So now it is going to store like this. Okay, na? So 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. Now this is a internally memory will be allocated like this. This is a variable name. So this 10 is stored in the a of 0 and this is a variable first. This is index a of 3 and this is a of 4. Okay, na? So size varies from 0 to n minus 1. So how many variables I have given? 5. So 5 minus 1, 4. So size up to size minus 1 because starting from 0, no, 0 to n minus 1. Initialization of an array. Initialization means assigning values to an array elements. There are two types of initialization. So compile time initialization, runtime initialization. Compile time means we are going to give these values within the program before compilation. This is static declaration. Okay, na? So in the program, so when you are writing the program, you are going to assign the values to the array. So dynamic allocation or runtime allocation, we are going to use some for loop and scan function. We are going to assign values to the array function while the program is being executing or while the program is running. So in this way, we are going to assign the values at the runtime. I'll discuss in the program. The data type of values must match the declared array type only. Specifying size is optional. If you are not given, take directly. Very important. Specifying size is optional if values are given directly. For example, I'm writing int a, so I'm not specifying any value here, but I'm assigning no 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50. Now these are the five values are there. No, 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 means total count is 5. No, automatically this 5 will be okay. Now it will take automatically. If you are not, if you are assigning the values directly, so automatically take the size. Even you are not mentioning also not a problem. Okay, na? For example, so this is a way. So the automatically after assigning, it will count the number of values which you have assigned, and the 5 automatically updated inside the array. So now if you are going to talk about memory representation, for example, I'm taking int a of 5 equal to 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. It is an integer array. So int is a data type and a is array name, and 5 indicates size of the values which you are going to assign to the variable a, which are integer values. Okay, now because integer, no, each value stores in 2 bytes because integer takes 2 bytes. No, so let me discuss this. Okay, na? So 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50. Okay, na? Right. So this is a internally a memory will be allocated for this array on the name of a because a is a variable. Na? So for let us assume first this is a of 0, this is a of 1, so this is a of 2, this is a of 3, and this is a of 4. First address of starting address of the a of 0 is 1000. Automatically 1000 and 1001 will be allocated for to store the value 10 because it's integer data type. No, so 2 bytes will be allocated to store the 10 value. Now 10 value is going to store 10, so 1001 location and 1002 location because each total 16 bits will be allocated for this. Okay, now a of 0 takes 16 bits means 2 bytes. So again it is 1002 and 1003, 1004 and 5, 1006 and 7, 1000, so sorry, 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, yes, 8 9. So like this 1006 and 1007 location. So that's why each bit stores, you know, that value stores in the 2 bytes, 20 is stored in the 2 bytes location. Okay, now so 30 is stored in the 2 byte location. Like that each value takes 2 bytes of data. Thus an array occupies continuous block location. So array occupies, this is continuous memory location of 1000, 1001, 1002 and 3, 1004 and 5 adjacent locations. So whatever values you are storing, so it shows the adjacent memory locations. Okay, how you are going to access the array? So first element already we have known. Just now you have seen a of 0, a of 1 and a of 2. We are going to access the array. So let me discuss with the help of a program. So hash include stdio.h. Every C program start with the hash include standard input, output, header file, and int main. So this is array declaration. Int is a data type, a is array name, and size is 5. Now I'm declaring here, assigning this is called static declaration. Okay, so you can also write like this int a. Even you are not mentioning size, no problem. It is going to take 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. No, how many numbers are the total? 5 numbers are the automatically 5 will be updated by the compiler. Okay, no. Next, so this is an array. So a is an array which can store the values. No, what is the values? 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50. Now you know that already we have seen this is stores in the a of 0, it is stores in the a of 1, this is a of 2, a of 3, and a of 4. Now first element, so 10 is stored in the a of 0, so just you should mention a of 0 percentage d means, so I'm going to 10, I'll get my 10 as my output. A of 1 20 is there, no, so 20 will get my output, and a of 3 means 30, a of 2 means 30, so here 30 will going to display as output, and 40 and 50. So like this we are going to access the array values. Okay, let me discuss with an example this. So this is a program. Okay, now so hash include stdio.h. into main, and this is array declaration, and how you're going to access the values a of 0, a of 1, a of 2, and a of 3. Now let me compile and run it. You will get the output. So what is the output we got here? So first element is stored in 10 now. First element 10, second element 20, third element 30, fourth element 40, and fifth element 50. Okay, now this is a uh, output how you are going to display. Okay, now let me continue the program. Now this is not simple, we are allocating this. So this is called uh, while you are writing the program we can assign the value. This is called it's compile time values we are going to give. Next we are going to see runtime. So your runtime means while the program is being executed you are going to assign the value during the runtime. So hash include str.h, so into main, and so he also takes here I have taken int a of 5 but not assign the value. I did not assign any value to it. I'm going to assign the values during the runtime. Okay, and for example I'm writing int a of 5 now, so don't write like this int a because we are not assigning the value. When you are not assigning the value we should mention the size compulsory. For example, when you're assigning the value, so we need not mention 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Automatically it will allocate. The size will be updated by itself. But when you are not assigning, no, so I'm sorry, int a of, so it is wrong. It will give an error because we are not assigning the values right now. We are not assigning here, no. So we are going to assign during the runtime. So whenever you are going to assign the values during the runtime, so 100% you should mention the size because compiler don't know how many values you are going to give. Okay, that's why you should mention the size. Compile expecting that you are going to give 5 values during the runtime. Okay, now this is array declaration int I. So enter the 5 element. This is print as it is onto the screen. Next element using scanf. Okay, now for I equal to 0. So what is the enter the 5 elements. So we have to enter the 5 elements, right? Okay, this is 5 elements. So I equal to 0. So 0, first one is what? 0 less than 5. 0 less than 5. It is true. So it is coming after is coming here, and what the value entering from the screen. So on the text to the keyboard while the program is executing. Then so here percentage d a of 5. I value 0 na. So 0. And ampersand means what? Here first you are declaring a of 5, no, a of 5. So it will allocate some memory for it, but values are not assigned. Okay, na? A of 0, a of 1, a of 2, a of 3. So it is a of 0, it is a of 1, it is a of 2, and it is a of 3. Okay, na? So just declaration is done, but values are not assigned here. Okay, na? Now we are assigning the values here now through the keyboard while the program is executing. So 0 less than 5 true comes here. Scanf percentage ampersand a of 0 because I equal 0, no. A of 0 means directly it goes here, then it goes here, and what are the value you're entering that will be stored. For example, I'm entering 10. So this percentage a of 0 will give us the location to store my address here. Okay, a of 0. Next. So after that this goes here. I will become 1. So 1 is less than 5 true. So now it again come here, and so now a of 1, no, ampersand a of 1. Now what are the value 20 I am giving? This is going to point in the second location 20. Again I will be 3 less than 5 true. So like this, so it is going to assign the values like this up to a of 5. Okay, na? So 0, a of 0, a of 1, a of 2, a of 3, and a of 4. Next 5 less than 5 false, come out of the loop. Okay, na? So in this way we are going to assign the values during the runtime by using for loop and scanf. Next, display the elements. So because already I entered the values 10 comma 20, 30 comma 40, and 50. So assume I enter the values. So by using for loop and scanf is a variable a of 0, a of 1, a of 2, a of 3, and a of 4. So now we have to display the array elements. So this will be printed as it is onto the screen. Now in order to display onto the screen, previously we have taken from the keyboard and stored in the variable a. So it is a of 0. So it is a of 1, it is a of 2, it is a of 3, it is a of 4. Now, so you have to display these values of a onto the screen. So then you have to use display the array message onto the screen, then printf. So this is will be printed as it is onto the screen. Next, for I equal to 0, 0 less than 5 true. So coming here and print d. So a of I, nothing but what? I means 0, no? So a of 0. What is the value in the a of 0? 10. So 10 will be printed onto the screen. Next, it will come here I plus I will become 1. So 1 is less than 5 true and goes here. Now a of I value 1, no? A of 1, what is a of 1 value? 20. So 20 will be printed onto the screen. Now it will become 2, 2 less than 5 true. And come into the loop. A of, now a of I means I value 2, no? So what is the 2 value? 30. So 30 will be printed onto the screen. So like that, 3 is less than 5, 4 is less than 5. So a of 3 value and a of 4 value. So 3 means 40, 4 means 50. So this will be printed onto the screen. And next case, 5 less than 5 false and come out of the loop. So this is the values which are assigning during the dynamically while the program is executing. Let me execute this. Erasing for loop, right? So hash include stdio.h into main. See here, just assign but not declare, no? So int I am taking, so this will print as it is onto the screen, enter the 5 values. So already I explained for loop. Okay, now this loop is to enter the values into the array, and this loop is used to display values onto the screen. Okay, now so let me execute this, compile and run. Now it is going to ask us, right, enter the values into the array. So I'm rating 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. Now the values I entered into the array. Now it is going to display the array values elements are, so because already I stored in the array now, 10, 20, 30, 40 are going to display onto the screen. Okay, now so this is the values which you are giving during the runtime. Okay, thank you very much. Thanks for watching.